If you're a professional sharpener, you definitely ran into some knives that are dang near impossible to sharpen on a machine, whether it's a Tormek or a 2x42 belt grinder. It might be a full auto, out the front Piranha Excalibur, double-edged dagger, or maybe it's a Deba by Kiwi, and it's just so flexible. It's difficult. Not long ago, my friends at TSPROF sent us a Pioneer sharpening system. And then most recently, they sent us the K03. This knife does not do well on machines due to the flex. So after rolling the edge on one of my favorite knives to use, we need to resharpen it. So we're gonna come visit the K03 and see if we can get sharp. All right, let's grind. First thing about my setup using the TSPROF, you're gonna notice that I set up my knife a lot different than others. So first and foremost, here's what I like to do. We're going to create a mark right on the center of these 2 points here. So this blade is 6 inches, so 3 inches is right here. And I'm gonna line that up with the center of the machine. One thing I absolutely hate about this machine is this right here. These screws are terrible. Absolutely terrible. Look at that. Happens every freaking time. They chamfered? Cambered? The inside. So yeah, your wrench slides in there easily, but it also pops out super easily, which is ultra annoying. This point should line up to the same plane as this point, and I'm averaging it. But I'm too far forward. I'm not going to get a good pinch over here in this very flexible knife. That's why I'm on this machine. So I need to loosen this guy up and actually push it back some. Ooh, okay. That's important. I could have cut myself really bad there. Oh man, and that's exactly what I end up doing if you end up sticking around for the rest of this video. Jeez. So total transparency, I'm an absolute novice when it comes to the TSPROF. My wife Tanya, on the other hand, she's the one with the time in the seat when it comes to this machine. So I'm coming at you with very little experience, and that's kind of the point of this whole video, because I want you to see what someone with little TSPROF experience can achieve. We're working on a Kiwi Deba today. The type of steel is an absolute mystery, but thanks to our good friend, Dr. Marvin Grobe, who's doing amazing things, by the way, check him out if you haven't already. We know for a fact that this blade is sitting around 57 HRC. I'm not gonna use any of my usual belt tricks or specialized ceramics here. It's just the standard electroplated diamond stones that come with this sharpening system. Even with my lack of experience on this machine, the K03 is doing all the heavy lifting when it comes to the geometry, the angle apex, etc. Little did I know that this was gonna potentially land me in the walk-in clinic. Definitely got a big old burr going. Yep. I'll go ahead and switch the stone again. Man, when it comes to holding a consistent angle by hand, I don't got that skill. I'm trying though. I'm always trying to get better at it. But that's why I love these guided systems like the Tormek, or some of you have gotten a sneak peek at the universal support bar coming out by KFMK in this TSPROF. I mean, how cool is it that the everyday person can just put a consistent angle on an edge? And little did I know that this edge was going to become a nightmare. That should pretty much be it right there. Yeah, that's nasty. Whew. Loosen that up. This here, that's 100 gram weight. I just use this so I get some kind of a consistent tension, because I did run tests where I was tensioning it by hand, and you'd be surprised by the deviation there. So at least 100 grams gives you, I don't know if it inflates or deflates my number, so to speak, but that's what I do. And if I'm on a Tormek with this blade, I'm guessing I'm at 115. Belt's probably around the same. Edge on up. 124. Not quite as good as I do on everything else. Interesting. But let's do this. Let's hit it on the kangaroo strop and see what happens. All right, my friends, you play with knives, you get cut. Or you can get cut. I just had a bit of a gusher there. Hit me right in the, so here's what happened. Resetting this after that first test we just did. So I just finished dropping, came over here, boom, boom. Look at that, it's still, it was everywhere. Okay, so, did we just set that up correctly? I don't even know. I'm a little frazzled right now. Okay, there we go. Boom, boom. All right, here we go. So, oh yeah, so I get that all set up. I set this down. I know I grabbed this with my left hand and somehow, some way, I just went boom. It's always the heel. Look at that, still some on there. It's always the heel. And this one is particularly thin and particularly sharp right now. Let's test at the heel. Let's just see what got me. That might be interesting. I'm gonna try to go super slow. Yeah, so it's a gosh dang razor blade. I convinced my wife to let me finish the last scene of this video before we go to the walk-in clinic, because yeah, this one, it got me kind of good this time. Holy cow. This machine, you can get knives extremely sharp on them. I'm not a huge fan of these screws though. In fact, I might just run the clamps from the Pioneer system. I hate them that much, but hopefully I'll find a replacement screw that's recommended online. In fact, if you know of the type of screw that I could put in here, let me know in the comment section below. The one-handed functionality of this thing, that's a game changer, especially compared to the Pioneer system. Both of them, little engineering marvels. They're great machines. One-handed functionality of angle adjustment, another game changer. And check this out. Boom, 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 I'm done. This thing actually parks itself. Look at this thing. I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe I didn't set it up right in the first place, but I feel like it's not supposed to do that. Absolute incredible machine. What I don't like about it though, it's cumbersome. If you got to move around, you know what I mean? Like, this is a bit of space to dedicate for any kind of a machine. It takes about as much space as my 2x42. I really like the paint job on it too. I know that's kind of a vain thing. Most people wouldn't care, but it's cool. The matte black, it's very militant looking. I like it. The digital angle finder on the sharpening arm. What a game changer. That's going to help me in a bunch of ways I'm not even going to explain right now, because that's a whole nother video right there, and we will do that soon enough. But the machine, 100%, if you got the money, this thing's it's not going anywhere. You're never going to need to exercise a warranty. This thing is so well engineered. Every little millimeter of it is perfect.